All right, all right. What's going on, everyone? My name is Jay. Today, I will be going over what I know about the volume profile, fixed range volume profile, and how to use it. Um, so, for new traders, I will be going over some definition and terms that you should know before we go any further. Um, Anyone who knows how to trade or has been trading for the past couple of years, you should already know these terms, but I will be going over these terms just for the new traders. You can skip ahead if you want to, but I will be just going over the terms real quick. So, today we're going to learn about volume profile and the fixed range volume profile and how to market on charts at specific times and sessions to take advantage of these specific levels. So, what is volume profile? Here, let me just go over here. Volume profile. So, volume profile is a charting tool that shows the volume traded at each price level over a specific time period. Um, I guess you could say it helps identify key price levels and trading activities. And so that's volume profile. And now we have a fixed range volume profile. So basically, a fixed range volume profile is basically a specific volume profile over a user defined um, time range. And so you could use these for, you know, having specific levels at certain trading sessions. As you can see, like Asia session, we have London session, and we have New York session. We also sometimes, you could do this too, this is what I'll be teaching today, um overnight trading session, so Asia and London combined, and we can use that for the New York session. So here are the key terms. We have POC. This is what we'll be using a lot to these terms will be used a lot in whenever I'll be marking the levels. So you have value area, you have POC, and you have high volume nodes, HVN. You have low volume nodes, and then you have value area high and value area low. So VAH and VAL. Sorry, VAL. So a value area is, let me just space this out for you. Actually, I'll just do this. So value area is basically on the settings. I'll actually show you in a bit. So a value area is the range where your input for percentage wise is where percentage of your input of X of the volume was traded. So basically, a value area is, let's say, 70%. So when you draw the volume profile or fixed range volume profile and you have your settings on 70%, it's going to show you and highlight 70% of where most of the volume was, or where the volume was traded at. And so you have POC, which is point of control. This is the price level with the highest traded volume. And then you have high volume nodes. which I'll explain as well. So high volume nodes is basically um, yeah, areas of high trading volume. And the same thing goes for low volume nodes, which is areas of low trading volume. And this is actually super key. Um, I will be going over nodes later on, but you will see how useful low volume nodes are. And so we have value area high, which is basically the high of the value range. And you have the low, which is the low of the value range. So let's say 70%, right? You have a basically a high, a low, and a POC, your point of control. And so now we're going to be setting up here. So just take a picture or do whatever you want. Just look at it. You can pause, take some notes, I guess. But so now we're done with the key terms and everything. I'm just going to move this to the side or make it smaller actually. Wait, how do you make this smaller? Okay, I'll leave that right there to the side. All right, so now I'm gonna show you an example. So let me see. Let me get out the tools here. So let's say this is a trading session. Let's start from here, go here, have some trouble here, up higher, bounce slower, and then go that way. And so how do I let me expand this out so that way it's bigger. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So when you draw, actually, hold on. Let me go over the settings first. So I'm going to give you, let me just do that real quick. Go over the settings. So these are my settings for fixed range volume profile. If you cannot find it, it's where you go into your long, your long and short position tools. And then you want to go to fixed volume range profile. You want to get that out. Just click anywhere, 2 points, click your settings. And now you have your FRVP, fixed range volume profile. So my setup is number of rows. I have it on, actually this should be 1,000. I don't know why. It's either you can do whatever you want. This is to visually see the volume, but you can have it on 1,000. You can have it on 300. Let's just do 300 for this example. And then for volume, I'm just doing total. And then this is very important right here. Value area volume. This is the 70% that I was talking about. And then for style, this is where you want to have VAH, which is value area high, value area low. You want to have these toggled and POC. You can turn off these, and then you have your these are your colors for your volume for your value. So this is going to be the value area, the highlighted value of your percentage, which is 70%. So these two, and then you're going to have the colors for outside of your value range, which is why these are more darker. And then I have volume profile selected. Oh, and also there will be a histogram box, which will basically be the background of your whole selection. You can just have that turned all the way down. That's what I have. Or not. It's up to you. But this is the most important one right here. 70%. I'm not sure if these matter, but I just have it on total. All right, so now I'm going to draw out the what basically what we're going to be doing here. So this is going to be the start. Let's say you have your fixed range volume profile tool out right now. You want to have it at a time, and then you want to bring it out to the next to your end time. So Okay, so when you drag it out from one point to another, it's gonna come out like that. And so we're gonna have like you're gonna have waves of where volume is at. So you're gonna have like one wave here, another wave here, some waves here, and then some waves here, like that. And so these is going to be your volume nodes. It's not really important of what I'm going to teach today, but how do I get out? Okay. So this is going to be your POC. Your point of control is where you're going to see a big red line and it's going to extend out. So that's going to be your point of control. Actually, I can do this. Let me just look at it. POC. So you're going to have POC. Let me make it down here. It's right there. Yeah. So now you're going to have your POC and then you're going to have your value area high. Um, so it can probably be, let's just make it up here. Now this is just an example, but I'm going to show you a real example. So that's your value area high. Then you're going to have your value area low. So that'll probably be this right here. VAL, which is labeled a VAL. So this is basically how it's going to look for you when you have these settings on. You're going to have your value area high and you're going to have your value area low. Let's just say, for example, that this was continued down that way. And so this is going to continue down. So you're going to have some more value nodes down here. Okay, so that's how realistically it'll look like. You're going to have your 70% of your volume, which is going to be your value area high, your value area low, and then your point of control, right? And so price tends to bounce off of these key levels every single day because there is volume at that level. So you know how you have the volume indicator, which lists volume at a certain time? This is horizontally, where you have volume at certain levels, which is very important. Um, everything is subjective here. Everything's subjective. You don't really have to use these levels. It can be just another confluence for your trading. But I use these levels every single day. And so, all right, so now we're done with this. We're going to be, oh, actually, here, I'll just label these. So this right here is your high volume node. This is your high volume node. This area here. And then you're going to have your low volume nodes. Low volume node. You're going to have your next low volume node and then another low volume node. Oh, sorry. This is low volume node. The dips is basically your low volume nodes. And this is, I guess you can say like another tip. Price seems to you can use these as like support and resistance, the low volume nodes, because sometimes it can be a bounce here in this zone, you can call it. So we have a zone here where price tends to, because in this area there is no volume, so price can either reverse on you. Whoever takes the most control in this area, it's basically an area of, bounce, basically a reactive area. You don't have to always use that, but it's just something to, I guess, keep note of. And then you have this one over here, a little small one. Then you have another area. Okay. So now there you have it. This is how it'll look like for you. Just gonna, um, you go. You guys can pause here. All right. And then so now we're gonna move on to some real examples here. So I'm gonna be charting on the 1 minute time frame. This I do the 1 minute time frame because I want to get the most specific and like really down to the T level. You can do this on a 5 minute time frame, whatever time frame that you want to from a certain time range to another. But I like to do 1 minute because I want to get the most accurate results. And so I already have, Asia session marked up, from that time, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So right now we're going to worry about overnight session. So, and then we're going to drag it on to the New York session. So I'm on a 1 minute time frame on regular candles right now, just because it's, I guess a lot of people use regular candles, but I'm not sure how much difference does marking it up on the Heikin-Ashi candle chart is compared to the regular candlesticks, but I've always marked out my volume profile on regular candles. So we're going to get our fixed range volume profile tool out. We're going to mark up from 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. And then we're going to go all the way to 9:29 a.m., the candle right before market open. The reason why I do 9:29 instead of 9:30 is because, here, watch this. So you see how this is marked right here? I'm just going to do an example of marking it right now. So that's one. That's your value area high. And then this is your POC. And this is your value area low. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drag this one more candle, right? So right now it's on 9:29 a.m. Eastern time, and I'm going to drag it one more. Watch the difference that it makes. You see how different the value areas are? That's the reason why I don't mark out all the way to the 9:30 candle, because of that reason. Because if you do 9:29, the session hasn't started yet, so you have your entire 6 p.m. session all the way to 9:29, right before AM session opens. And so now we're going to mark here. So I'm going to drag this all the way out to 4 p.m., just the end of our New York session. Okay, so I already have labels. I'm going to call this overnight value area high, overnight POC, and then we have overnight value area low. All right, so as you can see, this is why I mark overnight, because look at this. Do you see the reactions that we get from these levels? So we have point of control, right? Point of control is the area where most volume is traded, right? So we're going to have a lot of reactions and pulls from this level. And yeah, just take a look at this. We have a bounce here. We broke through this level, broke it again, reclaimed, broke it, retested, and then went back down. And then gradually momentum died down. This is the day before Christmas Eve. So we're going to have that. And then we broke through again. Price was struggling to hold this. And then we had a bunch of sellers in the market here on a time and sells at this time. And then we broke POC because it'll eventually go back to POC. Not always this will happen, but most of the time. And then so you can use the value area high and value area lows as levels of reversals or breaks, anything like that. Just a key level, basically, support and resistance. And so we have this sell here. We have a bounce, a reversal. Now we're entering lunch. We have the momentum shift. Then we finally break out here. We hold and then go up more. And then here later on during the day, I noticed this perfect touch. Sorry. Oh, okay. Perfect touch here of the overnight POC. Bounce, went back down, go up again, broke through overnight value area high. And then we have another perfect bounce, guys. Look at that. That is so perfect. Here, let me try this. Do you see that? Like, that is insane. To the T. The most accurate. And so you can do this as well for other sessions, right? So we can have past day New York or previous day New York session, and you can just drag it over to the next New York session. And it's you can use it as some more levels of confluence if you want to. And so yeah, that's my TED talk here. All right, so I'm gonna cut it here. Now I'm gonna move over to adding the simple market metrics indicator to this. So I'm gonna switch over to the Heikinashi. We're gonna go on the 1 minute, I guess. And then I'm gonna turn this on. All right, so let's go do a market recap. So today, 12/23 December 23rd, we're gonna look at the market here. So 9:30 a.m. This sell, the dot was below it. It did break, right? I'm not sure if that was a big confluence for me because I wasn't really confident in this trader here. We had another reclaim, which was the buy signal, right? Now here, I would have taken this 100%. I would have taken this signal. Hold on, actually, I don't know why I have it. Wait, this is the 1 minute, so I'm gonna do 20. Okay. So this one I would have taken this because if you look at the yellow, right, the yellow line, that's the value area low of overnight session profile that we marked up. And so you can see how well this one played out. I mean, it could have actually retested. You could wait for a retest and then take it on the way down. But since we got that signal already off of that break, I'm guessing this candle was the, these two candles right here were the, so this one was the break. Candle 2 and then candle 3 were the indecision candles or holding this level. And then now we had that sell, boom. That if you do one trade a day, you're already good for the day. You can see how many ticks this is starting from this real close. Just look at that. That is insane. That's 444 ticks. That is crazy. And it's also the first after the trend background, the background switch. And so I guess if you want to play the reversal, you have, this buy signal here. I wouldn't have take that. I want to see a reaction or break out of the level first before I, take any trades. Because see, you can see here, right? This was a false, right? Even though we have room to touch down here, that is true, right? If you were to take this, I mean, it's like a 50-50. You never know if it's going to touch that bottom, right? Or just continue up after the break. So you have this buy here, broke through POC, but it did halt here for a second. We have an indecision candle. And now we have a rejection off of this. So I want to see a sell. I would have taken this sell 100%. Then we have another, here, let me bring this higher. So we have another bounce here. So we have a buy, right? Now, this is really close to the level up here. I know this is hindsight, but guys, this can reverse at any second without even touching the value area high. So you want to wait for a reaction first, right? And so we broke through here. Most of the body of the candle is already out of this level. I want to see the buy or real close a little bit more down. So you could have played the retest and actually try to catch some ticks. But that's an easy, what is this? Yeah, that's 20. So, and so we have another reaction of this level. We have a reject. So we have retest, we have a break. We have two retests here. So we have one and we have two. Then we have three retests. Then after that, we bounced off. And so you can see here we have an engulfing candle, which engulfed this candle. And then we had a buy signal, which hit. And then after that, it kept rallying for, let's see how many it is. Jeez. 152 ticks. That's crazy. And so I guess you can take the reversal if you want to, right? But I want to see a reaction, right? And so we have another reaction off of this level, the value area high. We bounced and then we broke through with an engulfing candle as well. So I have an engulfing indicator that tells me when we just engulfed a candle. And then look here. Another touch, guys. POC. Overnight POC touch. We have this buy signal. I wouldn't have taken this. Maybe if I mean, you can try to take the engulfing candle that broke the level, but you know, I mean, we already touched it and closed right above it. But the thing is, this can reverse at any time. Now, there are times where, we have a signal right at the level and, it goes up just a little bit before it starts reversing, right? So I guess you can probably catch something, but that's up to you, subjective. And then we have this sell right here. Not sell, we have this reversal and then retest perfectly right on the overnight value area high. And then we just went up. And then this is where the market dies down. Done for the day. Everyone's done for the day. Then we have a new day candle right here. And let me see here. I'm getting a lot of signal alerts right now. But yeah, that's basically how I mark up my levels for the day. I use the overnight volume profile from 6 p.m. on the dot. 6 p.m. You want to drag that all the way to the right until 9:29 candle. That's where you want to drag it at. Oh, 9:29 candle. Then you want to draw your lines, your overnight value area high, overnight POC, overnight value area low. And you can do the same thing. I'm going to show you an example of past day. I mean, this is Sunday, but let's go to Thursday, right? So Thursday through Friday overnight session. So I'm going to find 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. We want to drag this all the way over to 9:29. 9:29. Okay, so if I drag this out, I can already see it. I can already see it. You can already see it. Okay, this is overnight value area low, overnight POC, overnight value area high. Okay, so day starts here. Morning session. This is still in the 1 minute, by the way. So I see we have a blast through this POC. So first we were struggling on POC to sell off, and we broke here with an engulfing candle. We reacted to the overnight value area high. reversed, then went into the POC. There is a sell signal. Like I said, you can we're pretty close to POC. I would not have taken this trade, but that's totally up to you because we can reverse, like I said, just like this. We can reverse at any second. So it didn't touch exactly here, but we did have a retest of the POC after we reversed that and reclaimed. Then we have this buy, broke through, reclaimed, reverse, reclaimed again. There was no indecision candle here. So if you guys like to play retest, there was no retest. You could play a break through this high, right? You could play a break through this high. And on top of that, we had a bunch of indecision candles on this breakthrough. And then we had this engulfing candle with a buy signal. Now, I would have taken this 100% confluence. This is 100%. And so if you were to hold this, now granted hindsight, right? If you were to hold this, bro, look at that. We actually went up over 1,000 ticks in this on this day, Friday. This is the 20th. But you could have maybe caught 100 ticks, 40 ticks, 20 ticks, how many you want. Now, I say ticks a lot because that's what I'm familiar with my mentor. I don't really do points. I mostly stick with ticks because when I take my trades, all I see is ticks. I don't see the dollar sign on my trades. And if you wanted to, we have this consolidation area here where we went sideways for a while. Now look at this. Engulfing candle. Boom. Break. You could have played this. 100%. Just keep playing it. If you were done here, just wait for it to go sideways or have another engulfing candle. You could take this to that high of the previous area over here. That's 70 ticks. Play this break. Boom. 200 ticks. Or even more. Like it just keeps going higher. Right? So if you have no I guess target after we break through a value high or value area low, what you can do is take the previous day's session and drag it over here to see where it'll, I guess target, right? Because I'm pretty sure this area right here was a previous day low or previous day high or POC, previous day POC. So let's go over to the previous New York session. Turn off all this real quick. So I'm going to go over to the previous New York session, which is 12:30. I mean, 9:30. 9:30 to 4. And then we're going to drag these levels all the way over. I can already see it. So that's POC, value area low, value area high, previous day, value area high, previous day, value POC, and then previous day, value area low. And I'm just going to drag this over. I can already see it. Look at that. You can already see it. Okay. Wow, look at that. Like I said, POC, the level with the most highest volume of trading. And you can see a struggle here, right? You can see a struggle. Then we have a perfect bounce right here. Retest. So we break, retest, then lift off with, I think there was a buy signal here, right? Oh, no, there wasn't. Okay, so, but we engulfed. Boom. You could have caught that. Again, another retest. We have a retest of the value area high, previous day session, New York session, and then we just keep going up. You could play the break off after the retest so you can have double confirmation, I guess. But, or you can just wait for a signal. It's up to you. And then, yeah, we just kept going up. And then I think the day ended off where we bounced off of the POC once again. So you can combine both of these. So previous day session with the overnight session as well. Just so you can have a sort of, target after your trades. But yeah, that was Friday and Thursday's overnight session. And then now we have Sunday night over to Monday morning, which was the one that we went over. And yeah, now we are in Monday's overnight session right now. But yeah, that's it. Let me go back over to my diagram so that way you guys can, you know, look at it one more time. I'll make this white. Make this bigger again. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my TED Talk and or learning lesson. See if you got any value information. Let me know in the Discord. I will be posting this in the Discord and posting it on YouTube. Um, I do have multiple trading strategies. Like I said, I have a mentor. I have my own, Hikinashi strategy. I have my own way of trading. And then on top of that, I have, the SMM indicator. And I use both sometimes. But right now, I'm only sticking to the SMM indicator and I'm using the levels. But yeah, hope you guys have a good night. And yeah, thank you.